Painting a pet portrait is usually terrifying, but I found a way to do it without the stress. I used to stress so much about painting pet portraits. I always want the owner to recognize their pet when I'm done. But I would spend hours sketching, trying to get it photo perfect. Except for this time, I admitted to myself that this is not cheating, and I'm glad I did, because this is a total game changer. This turned out way better than I ever could have imagined. Hey friends, welcome back to the Art Lab. Today, I'll be showing you how I approach pet portraits. I'll be showing you some tips and tricks to take the pressure off. Let's get started. I'm starting with a white canvas that has come from the store with some sort of surface prep, but I still like to start my paintings with a layer of gesso. Gesso is used on raw canvas to keep the paint from soaking in. I'm using clear gesso because that's what I have on hand, but it also comes in white and black. Clear gesso can be useful if you like to use a pencil to do your outlines. You'd use your pencil, sketch on the canvas, and then cover it in the clear gesso so the lines don't smudge. For this painting though, I'm going to be coating the whole canvas with the base color and then do the outline. I like to use a color under the painting to set the tone. This purple will accent the gray-brown coat of the pup I'm painting. Some people may call this hack cheating, but it saved me a lot of time and stress. There's no reason to make this process more complicated. I printed a photo and taped it over white carbon paper. And I'm taking a stylus to trace the sketch that would have normally taken me hours to make. I'm super happy with the results. I like the white outline. It's going to be easy to paint over. Welcome to the weird phase. It's not quite looking how you imagined. You question all your choices. Don't sweat it. If you're really struggling, take a break. And when you come back, you'll see it with fresh eyes and you can dig back in. For now, we're just working in color blocks. It's really important to note here, if you're going for an exact look, to paint the shapes that you see, not the shapes your mind imagines it should look like. For example, a dog's nose isn't an upside-down triangle with two dots. It's a little bit more complex than that. It's got some curves and some different shadows. A tip that I learned a really long time ago that really helps with this is to turn your painting and your picture upside down. It'll break your brain from what you think you see, and your brain will actually start seeing what's really there. Something else to try is to keep your image right next to your canvas and try not moving your head back and forth, only your eyes. This will help you stay focused on the area that you're working on. Here's a tip for when you have long fur. You want to use long, consistent strokes, and you want to paint them in layers, starting from the bottom layer, working your way up. Trust the process. It's only paint. Use thin layers in case you need to go over something a few times. You got this. I believe in you. I'm saving some of the more complicated detail parts for last, and I'm working on what I would call the easy stuff first. I'm just enjoying some meditative time in my art lab. I want you to know I am not a perfect artist. It's taking me some time to adjust some layers, to go back and fix some things that don't look quite right. It takes some time to paint a portrait like this, and that's okay. For the paint and the gesso, I'm not using a crazy fancy brand. I'm using a solid one, Liechty. Liechty Basics acrylic paint is a go-to for me. It's a medium body, which means it's not too browny and it's not too thick. It's highly pigmented, and it's also inexpensive. Let's take a moment here to enjoy the cozy vibes and watch the paint flow. I think it's turning out great. I've had so much fun painting this pup. So what do you think? Is tracing cheating? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me today. I really enjoy doing pet portraits. They don't have to be scary. And with a little bit of practice, you can do them too. Stay up to date with my latest videos by hitting that subscribe button. See you next time.